Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 this Wednesday, November 26th. It's time to wrap it up for today. So this morning we talked about looking to buy weakness and see if you can get some excitement on the upside. You can get some follow through from the prior day. We had a bunch of news come out this morning, but I can't see any of these news actually posting. So I mean, I don't see any jobless claims number come out, at least in the calendar I'm using. So it's kind of confusing. So I'm not sure if they came out. I don't know. Say they're all delayed. They're saying they're all freaking delayed. So now they say right now they say something. It's all delayed. All right. So that's why nothing came out news wise. And but we started off from the long side looking to buy weakness, and we just kind of got strength from the get go. Not like overwhelming strength, but enough. And I had to say it's been a pretty sloppy trading day. And the way I can tell that is because none of the breakouts have worked very well. They've been like stop and go, like a little bit, and then retracement, a little bit retracement, and the retracement has been pretty big. Yeah, so it has been enough to shake you out of trades. So it's been one of those days. However, we are on the long side of this, and so far we have taken out some key areas of resistance. And we are well up here in this upper area. So we took out the 6800s early on. We took out the high here at the 6810s. We took out the 6820s, and we were on our way. And that happened pretty much right away. And since then, we have been kind of meandering around there. Haven't really quite been able to really make it go out of it, but it is definitely to the upside. So I would start off from the long side as long as they hold above the 6800 level and look to buy a weakness. So going into the overnight now, we have two short days. So it's a half a day tomorrow. It's going to be a half a day on Friday. I would not trade tomorrow, but Friday morning could be tradable. It's an early close. So I would just pay it. It could be tradable. I'm not going to open the room for that half day. Usually it's going to be like a pretty slow day. So, but it could be some tradable opportunities on Friday. But as I said, we're going to see you guys back on Monday again. But I would start off from the long side and see how far you can take it. Going to adjust these edges for next time. So we're going to be looking to buy weakness against the 68 20s, the 15s, and I would move this up to 6800s, now 6795 to 6800s. Below 6800, we're taking off the long bias, going back range bound, looking for a potential retracement trade. So that's how we get started in the overnight. All right. Now, the trades I've taken so far has been a mixed reaction. I started trading two lots today. And when you start trading two lots, you can't just be sloppy. So you just have to pay attention. So on the Nasdaq, I had a couple of winners, couple of losers. Back and forth it went. As I started off early on here, I had a few trades. I'm at 20 round turns on the Nasdaq so far, and these are two lots. So I had a loser and had a couple of winners, and I had a couple of scratches, and I have a winner, loser, winner. So overall, net, I'm up I'm up $45 right now. And the last trade I took was this guy right here. And again, that's fading the edges. So fading the edges back to the mean, and you have to realize nothing is really happening here. So I did a couple of trades here a little bit earlier. You see that I bought that thing right there on the on the way up, and that turned out to be a loser. I thought I was going to have a shot at retracing this. Didn't work out. I bought it again down here, and that turned out to be a nice winner. So that was had to just run it a little bit lower. So that's one loser, one winner. So and then this one was a winner. So pretty good result there. Decent. 20 round turns a little bit too much, but then again, when you trade two lots, it adds up quite a bit. The ES though, however, is a disaster, and you have to say sometimes you just have a freaking brain fart, and then it's just sorry for the language, but that's this last thing, this last little section here in the 2 o'clock hour cost me $220 or so. And the reason is just not thinking, so not paying attention. I'm probably doing something else and looking at the glance on the side. So I'm seeing things that are taking out this prior rotation. So I get long here on the way up, thinking they can have a shot at the running a little bit higher. And I'm buying the high. And then you see how they retrace it. And then it retraces just a little bit. Didn't give a shot at scratching it. Just retraces all the freaking way down. Stopped me out. That was a two-lot loser. Then I tried, okay, so I had the lower then. Again, this is poor, shitty trading. I'm telling you, this is not the proudest moment. I get short here on the way down again, thinking they can retest this low. Yep, that's selling the low. They retrace it right back up again. And here you go, stop me out again. And I try a third trade again, taking out that prior rotation, and then again get caught. So three losers in a row, and that cost me like $220. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is, I was like, I'm not doing this. What am I thinking? So, you know, sometimes if you just get, I don't know how you can protect yourself. It's just, you just have to realize when you have one or two losers, just sit on your hands for a bit and then and don't try to re-engage it because you obviously did something wrong. So, and the fact that they are rotating that, man, the rotations are so big here that they're enough to shake you out. That's like, oh shit. So that was a rough going at it, and that cost me some money. So I haven't tried it since. So 15 round turns on the ES, I'm down 278 on that guy. So not a great showing, I had to say, but that last debacle cost me some money. So I'm gonna go ahead and rethink that thing again. Yeah, you just have to stop to getting. Yeah, you just have to pay attention. You cannot trade at a whim. You have to pay attention and kind of think about what you're doing. Every time you try to shoot from the hip or take a shortcut, your market punishes you, and that's exactly what happened here at 2 o'clock. So that's about it. Finally, oil and gold. We don't do oil and gold, just the bonds. So bonds, not much going on the bonds. They were down, and then they were back up again, and they're kind of right back here to the 118.10. So, but bond has been pretty sloppy also. There was not easy trading on the bonds at all. And as you can see here, the action here was V top, V bottom, nice retest, but not quite at the level you want to engage it at, and then V bottom, and then it's like, yeah, you're not doing that. So I was almost trading this one, but that would have been a lot more money in the losing column if I tried that, because that would have been on the wrong side of it. But I was looking to buy weakness, and if you try to buy weakness on the way down, you would have been in some hurt because they just ran you over on the bonds. But I would start off range buy right now, looking to sell against the 1810, 1815s. We're going to buy against 1730 and the 1725s. So that's the range on the bonds. But anyway, back to the ES and NASDAQ. And so not much else to say. I may do a couple of scalps here. We have a few more minutes. But I mean, it's like, there's no hope of really making that money back right now unless you want to be, there's no point in taking any stupid trades either. So just have to sit through it. If we start seeing like a big move, something like that in the last 10 minutes, maybe I'll do something. But right now, I'm probably just going to sit there and just eat the loss and then be grateful I didn't do anything worse. You know? Sometimes, get yourself caught in it. And you have to, I mean, after three losing trades in a row, yes, you know what? And then the first trade is like, oh, that wasn't good. The second trade is just stupid. Why would you take that trade? He says, if you thought about it for 2 seconds and didn't just shoot from the hip, you would have not taken that trade. So I had to look past that. But anyway, so that's how it goes. So so far, a fair amount of round turns today, and kind of a net down day. But the market is to the upside, and that's a good sign. And we have a shot at potentially moving this higher. So that's a good sign going into the holiday. So you guys have a great Thanksgiving if you do celebrate it. And I will see you guys back on Monday. You have a good evening and a good weekend. Later.